The first point is dua. The very first point is dua and a communication with Allah. In the month of Sha'ban, we start with this and we will act upon this also in the month of Ramadan. When you make dua at home alone, when no one can see you, when you are communicating with Allah Jalla wa Ala, this is your secret conversation with Allah. And in the Quran, يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون أيام معدودات. After this verse of the Quran, شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس. After all of these verses of the Quran, within these verses, Allah says, وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ. When my slaves ask you about me, فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ, I am close to them. So the ultimate goal of Ramadan is not only taqwa, shukr, takbirat, training, all of these are means, but the real goal is the ma'rifah of Allah. And this is why in these verses of the Quran, Allah says, فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ. Don't you think I'm far away from you? I'm close to you. I'm close to you. فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ. I respond to the one who calls upon me when he calls upon me. What is this calling upon Allah? This is a secret dua every night in the month of Sha'ban, and this will continue in Ramadan. Take some time out and talk to Allah. Talk to Allah. Allah says, when He calls upon me, I respond. You know, our calling upon Allah is in the form of dua, and Allah responding is in the form of Quran. After this, Allah says, فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لِي. He calls upon me, but He should respond to me also. Oh Allah, how are we supposed to respond to you? When do you talk to us? Allah communicates with us through the Quran. Ibn Ata'illah Sikandari rahimahullah says, a person can never benefit from the dua until he truly believes that he is helpless. Until you truly believe that you are helpless. Until you truly believe that you are not in control of your life, you will never benefit from the blessings of dua. The biggest problem we have, we believe that we are running our life. We believe that we are leading our life. And the moment an accident happens, the moment the police comes to your house, that's when we begin to think that we're not in control of our life, that someone else is in control of our life. That's why you see the same people, when they're crying in the du'as, why are they crying? The businessman is crying because the police is after him. But when the police is not after him, when his enemies are not after him, when people are not against him, when everything is fine, he begins to think with his suited, booted style and approach and everything, I am the one, I don't have to cry. He says, Pir Sahib, I can't cry in the gathering. Why can't you cry? Nothing is happening to my heart. Fool, do you think that something will happen to your heart? If you believe you yourself are in control of your life, believe that you are not in control of your life. If you believe that you are not in control of your life, then you will be crying in dua. You do not cry in dua because you believe that I'm in control, and that's what gives you the confidence and arrogance. Ibn Ata'illah Sikandari says, the man who benefits from dua is the one who truly believes, I'm not in control of my life. If he believes I am helpless, even though he has no problems in life, even though there is no one against him in life, and that only happens when you have a secret communication with Allah. When you secretively talk to Allah, when you alone talk to Allah and believe that if I'm running a business, I'm not in control of my life. I'm not in command of my life. Everything is happening with the help of Allah, with the will of Allah. If you have that attitude during your dua, when you believe that you are helpless in all states, that is when you will enjoy dua. That is when you will shed tears. That is when you will have no arrogance. So have that special communication with Allah every night. Don't wait for the collective dua. A lot of people say, make collective dua. I say, yes, we make collective dua, but this is a temporary motivation for us. The temporary motivation for us to shed tears. But what about your communication with Allah? Alone, believing that I am helpless. He controls my life. When you will submit yourself in such a way in front of Allah Jalla wa Ala, you will be shedding tears in dua. That is important. We start our communication with Allah every night before going to sleep. We will make dua. And this will be our communication with Allah Jalla wa Ala. فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لِي وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ. I am close to them. فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ. I'm not far away from them. Alone, we will take that special time. This is our pre-Ramadan preparation. This is our Sha'ban preparation. Every night we will take out some time to talk to Allah, to make dua in the court of Allah Jalla wa Ala. That is the first point.